Welcome back to Grind Mill Worldwide Radio. This is Unfiltered. I'm Ann James.
This is your boy Jay Skyline, and we're gonna start this off the only way we know how to R.I.P. Nipsey Hussle, an entrepreneur in the rap game, not just as a rapper but philanthropist. The things he was doing around the game were just bigger than rap in my eyes, man. So we dedicated the first 10 to him today. We just want to talk about his legacy and the things that we need to remember and pursue past his death. His death should not be meaningless. So, what's So for James, what's your feelings about how everything went down?
I feel like this is pretty messed up. I mean, he's pretty young. He was definitely coming up. I think he was going to have some type of breakthrough album. I mean,
I think Victory Lap
was good. It was pretty good, but
No, I think he's gonna get. I think you're right. I think he was gonna be the first independent Grammy.
Yeah.
I think he was gonna be able to figure that out.
Yeah.
But like I said, for me, it's past that. I mean, the documentary, everything he's trying. He was supposed to have a meeting probably right now in LA time because it's 7, almost 8 o'clock here. It's a big difference.
Mm-hmm.
But right now, if he was still alive, he would have been talking with the mayor of Los Angeles and the police chief of Los Angeles about how to change black communities' relations with the police in Los Angeles. That was supposed to happen today at 4 o'clock, LA time. Which meaning I'm sure they would have been still midway through this meeting as we speak.
Probably.
That's the type of stuff that I'm upset of Nipsey being killed for. Like I said,
Yeah.
the music is great, but the things he was doing outside of music are just so much more important.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason that he cared about this stuff, again, the documentary about Dr. Sabi, I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong. Like I said, today is a serious day for me. But that documentary was going to prove some stuff about the government that honestly they never really want to get out. And I mean, nobody's going to be I've already seen black people say it's more about the gang violence than it is about the documentary. And I'm like, if you want to believe that, that's on you. I believe that though.
Mm-hmm.
And the other thing is they're saying it's somebody from his own crew, not just gang related. At this point they believe it's somebody from his own set. And I'm like, to me that means they might have just gotten to somebody's head. I believe that somebody from his crew might have killed him. But if he did, somebody got in his ears and was like, we'll give you this much money to kill him or something like that. But I believe the man was assassinated. I truly do.
Damn, you definitely
The man, again, the documentary's that deep.
Yeah, that's pretty fucked up. And you think that one of his people were just like...
There's a Judas in everybody, man. Everybody, and no matter how solid you... Again, I'm agnostic, but the readings of the Bible and the things that are in the Bible are still real to the
stories.
I don't think all that should happen. You come at me.
I'm just saying, they're just stories. They could be real. They could.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
they could be real. They could be. It could have been
But when it comes to Judas, Judas is more than just a person to me. Judas is the idea that there's always going to be somebody that wants to put you down, no matter how great you are. Everybody, when there's people like Nipsey Hussle, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, somebody in your crew is Judas. Because in your circle, you're Jesus at that point. Not literally, but in the fact that you're trying to lead your followers into a better place. And Nipsey was trying to do that for us. And I believe, at this point, if they truly believe, and they say they have the video footage. They said there's video footage. They came out with that about an hour ago. So they have video footage showing the person shooting Nipsey. I don't know if they've released that openly yet. Oh. So there's video footage of that. But yeah, if they believe it's somebody in his crew, I'm like, yeah, there's always a Judas. There's always somebody that's ready to hear the word of somebody false and be like, yeah, man, you should probably do this, man. He's not going to do much for you. I believe that all the time.
What?
I wouldn't pay attention to that. So, but yeah, no, like I said, that's definitely. But no, just because again, the documentary to me, and I'm gonna have to because I know how Malachi's gonna feel about this one. I'm gonna have to take this next thing I say with a grain of salt. But I will give one shout out to Nick Cannon, who said he is going to finish the documentary.
Okay.
I hope to God he takes it fucking seriously.
Do you think that might put something on him?
I mean, yeah, but I mean, they can't keep on killing the people that's involved in the documentary. And I'm not trying to laugh, but it just sounds like if Nick Cannon dies within the next 2 months, with all the stuff that he is involved in Hollywood, again, I feel like the black community kind of looks down on Nick more than the regular community in the world. But Nick Cannon is a star in the idea that outside of Ryan Seacrest, he hosts the most random shows. And they're random to me, but they're shows that are important to the public. Mm-hmm. So he would be highly missed. Honestly, outside of the black community and woke white folks, the Nipsey Hussle's death means something to us more than it means to the rest of the world. Nick Cannon gets killed for this. Everybody's going to have some type of look at this. Like, I'm going to keep it 100 with you. If Nick Cannon's the next one to die because he wants to finish this documentary, Nick Cannon will be looked at a little differently than Nipsey Hussle.
I believe that, yeah.
But shout out to Nick Cannon. Again, Nick Cannon's vowing to try to make sure the documentary's finished.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, man. Like I said, when it comes down to stuff like Nipsey Hussle being murdered, I'm like, no, I believe he was probably assassinated. I believe there was more. I think there was a motive to this that was passed because even now the LAPD's come out and said they don't think this was a gang violence, from what they found. So if the NYPD's already come out and said they don't believe it's gang violence, and it's the LAPD, which the easiest thing for the LAPD to do would make sure they were like, yeah, this is gang violence, until it's absolutely not sure that it's gang violence. So if the LAPD's like, and they don't think it's gang violence, and it's thinking it was somebody from their own crew, then yeah, in front of his own, like in front of your store. Yeah. But shout out to, again, we just like past orders, shout out to Nipsey. We will always have albums. The marathon continues. Crenshaw, Mailbox Money, and Victory Lap this year, plus multiple mixtapes and films like I Tried, Caged Animal, and Crazy Ex-Girlfriend. So mostly supporting roles. One role is himself. But so yeah, always keep up. Like I said, the music will always live on forever through that's the one thing about musicians. That'll, like, even actors, but I think more so musicians, because when you're a musician, this is what you wanted people to hear of you. So when you're a musician, your music always lives on.
What type of legacy do you think you might have? Like, I mean, impact for, like, I mean.
I think, you know what the big thing is? Like I said, I'm not lying to you. I'm not going to sit here and act like I listen to Nipsey Hussle every day. That's not what I'm going to say to you. Yeah. But he showed gang affiliated people that they can do business. Yeah. That they can get out of it and do real business. Nipsey Hussle, over everything, was a businessman. Yeah. He had found a way in this game to be a businessman on his own, independently, in a way that most people didn't do. Not even Tech Nine. Y'all know I'm a big Tech Nine fan. Nipsey Hussle was independent, but still in the mainstream when it came to the artists he was around. Yeah. The people he was doing business with. He was in the halls of Jay-Z's and the Pusha T's and all those guys that were doing bigger things in rap. He was the only one that's independent. Mm-hmm. All them other dudes that are around him, that are around him in the game right now, aren't independent. But the people that are like signed like that respected Nipsey differently. Yeah. And I will that's how Nipsey was a fucking businessman in every sense of the word. The way he sold his albums are different. The way he sold his brand is different. Like, again, Nipsey Hussle had figured it out early that there was a different way to make money in the rap game. Mm-hmm. Which could have caused him issues alone with how the rest of the industry works. Like, let alone the documentary, people from the music industry, if they don't like that there's a way to undercut being part of labels, they can want to get rid of you too. Like I said, this game is really deep. Yeah. Like, people like MF Doom and Tech Nine are honestly rare. The people that can pull independence and keep a fan base and bigger labels don't purposely try to get rid of you. Yeah. So, believe me, like, what Nipsey Hussle was doing was on a different... And again, he was signed majorly at one point. It wasn't like he was never a major label artist. He was signed at one point. But, yeah. Like I said, shout out to Nipsey. Shout out to the music, the production, the entire thing. Like I said, I'm not going to dwell too much on, like I said, his loss. I'd rather celebrate the fact that we know what he was trying to do. And as a black community, we should understand the things he was trying to do differently. Nipsey shouldn't be a call for violence. I don't think people should be trying to shoot up everywhere they go and looting stores. Like, this isn't that. Nipsey Hussle was trying to change the community for the long run, and we should continue his legacy in that way.
I think so too. Yeah, I think. I don't know. It would have been cool. You know, I mean, he probably has more music out. You know, like unleaked yet. I mean, like. So I mean, like, there's definitely gonna be something maybe.
I hope they do it right, man. That's always my biggest issue with post-mortem albums is don't be out here doing stuff that, like, we know he wouldn't have did.
Yeah. Don't be putting tracks together that
just don't make sense. Yeah. It just don't make sense. Like, I don't know what you like. Don't drop the next Nipsey Hussle album with a Katy Perry hook.
Wait, nobody's gonna. Who would let that? Who would let that slide? Nobody's gonna let that slide.
I'm just saying, it's been stuff like that that's happened in the past with people's deaths. Yeah. So, like, when you start playing around with who people would feature with, it gets weird. Yeah. So, like I said, how's it? I mean, like, I don't know what your in-depth on Nipsey's music was for you.
I mean, I didn't really listen to. I'll be honest. I didn't listen to too much of Nipsey before, Victory Lap. But the Victory Lap was pretty dope. So,
Like I
I
said, my
mean,
main, like honestly, I listened to the early stuff. I was more on Marathon.
okay.
Marathon, the first two albums, I lost track in the middle of the music. I'm not gonna lie. Again, I'm never gonna stunt on that. Also, shout out, he had a song on the first album called Grind Mode.
Oh, all right. Okay, we can run that. But I mean, I'll maybe have to check out this. I mean, that's pretty unfortunate. But I mean, we're gonna have to wrap up here on the first 10. RIP to Nipsey Hussle.
Like I said, check back for the next video. It's going to be a few minutes after this one tonight. It'll be the main video with all our main sports and music stuff going on. But one more time, RIP to Nipsey Hussle. It's Jay Skyline.
And James over here.
And it was Unfiltered. We'll be right back.